All right, today I want to talk about a thing that has been a big part of my life and probably a big part of a lot of your lives is anxiety and the way that I approach and understand anxiety and some tools that I use to deal with it. So, anxiety, in my perspective, is a signal that your body is giving you that something is wrong. You are in danger and you need to fix something. Most of the time, if not 99.9% of the time, it's not a bad thing. Your body is responding to what you're telling it is going on, and it's saying, hey, there's a danger. Might happen when we're overthinking something that's coming up, when we're thinking about a problem that might go awry, or whatever it is. It is your body's response to the thoughts that you are having and the emotions that are resulting from that. Now, I have, again, had a lot of anxiety my entire life, but I've learned a lot about it in because I'm having. It's something that I've struggled with, but also understood better, and I think it's been a part of many many people's lives when I speak with them, and something that I think is very very common. Now, the first thing to understand if you're struggling with anxiety is that it goes away. It ebbs and flows. Think of it as a wave passing over and it will retreat. There's a lot of tools that I tell my clients and I tell myself. The first is you need to know how to and when to hold your ground rather than try to push forward. A lot of times, if you are in a highly anxious state or highly stressed state, it's not the time to push forward in a new endeavor. It's not the time to make big life decisions. And it's not the time to try to fix your anxiety. It's not the time to be like, how can I feel better? A lot of times, you're just going to feel better by feeling better, and it takes time. Second thing I use is journaling. I write down how am I feeling right now? What is the thought in my mind that's causing this? And a lot of times I picture it as shining a light under the bed, looking for the boogeyman. Well, if I'm worrying about the boogeyman under my bed, I don't wonder what's going to happen. And if he is under the bed, what's going to go on? And then what if he does this and that? If you can shine the light under the bed, it then makes it a 50-50 scenario. There either is a boogeyman, okay, and then you have a problem to deal with, or there isn't. And then you can stop worrying about it right then. So when you take action, it removes doubt. When you take action and take things into your own hand of how can I look into this and see what is going on? What thought is creating this feeling for me? And pursue it. For a journaling, it's something I do with all of my clients. It's something I send out to all of my clients. Journal looks like this, says today I am. It's another thing with anxiety too. It's overthinking in the future. And the phrase mantra that today I am came out of me feeling like I need to slow down and I need to think of the present. And I would think, today I am present. Today I am patient. Today I am doing my best. Today I am passionate. Today I am powerful. Brings you right back in the center because if you can micro focus on where you're at now, it takes you away from focusing on the future and things that might happen. Another tool I use is zooming out. And I mean more in the perspective sense. So I can remember certain instances. I used to live in New York City. I lived in Astoria, Queens for 8 years. And if you've ever lived in New York City, you know you're walking. You're walking a lot. So every time I would feel anxious when I'm walking home from the gym or walking home from the train or wherever it is, I would picture an overhead view of myself. What do I look like from a bird's eye view? And then I would start zooming out as if there was a drone looking at me and zooming out slowly. And what I would notice is as I got up, I noticed, okay, I'm pretty small compared to this whole block. And as I go a little higher, okay, I'm pretty small compared to this whole city. And as I zoom up, oh wow, this is the state and that's the country and this is a continent. And I realize that I am so small. And if these problems for me feel so big when I am so small, maybe I can shift my perspective and make them feel a little less daunting. Because any tool that's going to help you shift an emotion or shift a thought process like anxiety, depression, anger, things like that, it's a tool that's just going to shift. It's not going to change what's actually happening. It's going to shift your perspective. It's going to shift your mood. It's going to shift your mindset. So it's not that we need to change what's happening. We get to change our perspective of what's happening. So how do you use a journal? It's a great question. Thank you for asking. There are so many ways. I start by, there are four ways that I actually give a journaling assignment to my clients. The first is I have them write down where you are and how you're feeling. For example, I am sitting in my basement, feel pretty calm, maybe a little tired. Number two, three things you're grateful for. And that might seem woo woo or hokey pokey to you, but anxiety and gratitude occupy the same part of the brain. It's really hard for them to occupy that part at the same time. So when we start looking for things to be grateful for, if we are able to find a few, it might say, wow, if I can find three things to be grateful for, maybe my life isn't that bad. So I will go through this with you. I'm grateful for my daughter. She's 3.5 months old and she's amazing. Grateful for my wife who made a charcuterie board and some wine that we had before this, hence the reddened eyes. I'm grateful for sleep. Truth be told, I told myself I wanted to get up at 3:55 and be on the treadmill by 5 because I had a 20-mile run to run. Now, the 20-mile run was self-imposed because I have a 35-mile run this Thursday, which is self-imposed because I'm turning 35 years old. I wanted to run 35 miles. So it's all self-imposed. But alas, I did not get up. I did not wake up. I slept through my alarm, and I slept 8 hours until 6:20 in the morning, sleeping in. You ever like hear when people are like, "Oh, I slept until 6:20 in the morning," and you're like, "Right up yours, dude." Anyway, I'm grateful for sleep. I feel great. Third thing is your today I am statement. Today I am learning. Today I am passionate. Today I am okay. Today I am meh. Today I am doing my best. It's whatever you feel today that might be a positive statement or a powerful statement. It's something that you can affirm, well, I might not know what's going to happen, but today I am a good dad. Then you get into the questions. And I'll give you the first question that I give all my clients. It's, who are you? If you weren't allowed to explain what you did for work or where you live, then who are you? That's what kind of questions a good journaling session will get you to. And I actually just realized I have to write in my journal today. I've been on a streak of 20 something days. I've just been using mine as a diary, and that's great too. But if you have an opportunity to use it as a tool of like, what am I? Who am I? And it'll help you align with your values too. So who am I? Well, I'm a father. How do I know that? Because I have a beautiful daughter upstairs, and I feel so connected with that. And that makes me feel good. I'm also an athlete. How do I know that? Because I run a lot, because I prioritize health and fitness. Now, you notice that I'm also asking myself a follow up to each question. Who am I? I'm an athlete. How do I know that's true? So, there's a lot of different questions you can ask yourself. And why don't you ask yourself? Ding. Um, I'm trying to think back. There's so many different tools that I use. So I used to go through all my old journals back when I was using them. It really helped me get out of a depressive period. And what I would do is I would just write down on the left side of the page, I would open it to a blank side, both sides blank, who I wanted to be. I really want to be more confident. I really just want to be happy. I really just want to feel proud of myself. I really just want to feel successful. And then on the other side, I would say, I am proud of myself. I am successful. I am happy. And I would tear out the I wannabes and I'd throw that shit in the garbage because I am who I choose to be. And that was a really powerful tool. What I also thought was really powerful, which is the reason I can't actually look at my old journals, was burning that shit, burning them, because it's a real tactile way of getting rid of old feelings and emotions. But going back to anxiety, I think it's something that it's tough, right? I don't think it's ever going to go. I've been on different SSRIs and I found that, yeah, it helped. Honestly, I felt my anxiety went down and I felt less depressive in the time. But I also felt like I'm going to use just enough to do the work and I'm going to get back off. I mean, that's a whole other story, but I'm not on anything now. I still have periods of anxiety. Truth be told, I've said that a few times. It's still a struggle for me. But, and reframe, and I'm learning so much about it every single day. So I think there's a topic about this that we can go into many other episodes. If I was saying that today's episode wasn't a little bit to check a box because I said I was going to record these, I'd be lying. But you know what? I'm glad that I did. So 10 minutes down the hatch. Follow me, KCF Gilbert. DM me. I'm always answering. If you're watching this, little secret, I have a person, her name is Mia, who helps me answer DMs too. So say hi, Mia, if you're watching this. I should know. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope this helps. Have a good one.